Welcome to Shit Radio. I'm Brasky. That's Liarz. He's Wasted. And guess what, folks? The Rolling Stones are releasing another new album this July. Liarz, what can you tell us about the new album?
Well, much like Hackney Diamonds, the album is produced by Andrew Watt. It's called Foreign Tongues. There's going to be appearances by Paul McCartney, Robert Smith, Steve Winwood, and the band's late drummer Charlie Watts is going to feature on it too, which is really cool. And Ronnie Wood has said that he's doing a tribute to Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys on it as well. So it sounds like it's going to be a good album. Judging by the article and the press that they've put out, is the creative juices were flowing, and it's going to be a classic Stones album. Wasted? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they put it together pretty quickly, and they seem excited about it. It seems like it has a lot of energy. I mean, there's 14 tracks. The singles are in the stars and Rough and Twisted so far, but like a highlight of it, I think Ronnie Wood was saying on Fallon, is that they're going to cover "You Know I'm No Good" by Amy Winehouse, which she recorded in 2006, Back to Black album. It's a famous album. So yeah, it looks good, and they seem to be on a roll now.
It's pretty impressive that two guys in their early 80s, and I don't know how old what's the other guy, Ronnie Wood? How old is Ronnie Wood? Is he also in his 80s, guys?
He's got to be up there too. I mean, he's been in the band forever, right?
Yeah. So the fact that you got these definitely senior citizens, I mean, they're past what the average lifespan is supposed to be of a human being, and they're out there and they're releasing music consistently, and their fans love it. I mean, I'm a Stones guy. I love the Rolling Stones from the 60s and 70s.
And it's good.
What were you going to say there, Liarz?
No, I was just going to say, and it's quality music they're putting out. Like Hackney Diamonds was a good album. It was classic Stones, and it had that classic Stones sound. They had going back a few albums, like all the way back, maybe even to like Bridges of Babylon. Maybe they were struggling a little bit, but they kind of refound their vintage sound, and they've put out some good music lately. And I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be good. And just for reference, Ronnie Wood is 78.
Ah, see, I knew it. I knew he wasn't quite 80 yet. He's that youngster, that little whippersnapper in the Rolling Stones, keeping them young. I tell you, the fact that they have the time. Well, they canceled the tour, and I believe we made a mention of that because of we have a video about Keith Richards and his health concerns. But instead of just sitting back and resting on their laurels, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's go record a studio album. I mean, how many bands actually do that these days? How many?
Exactly. Not many.
When was the last time the Red Hot Chili Peppers released a new album?
Well, the Chili Peppers, yeah. I mean, they've released quite a few albums.
But they're not consistent. Like Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're not releasing a new album every 3 or 4 years. Not lately. Foo Fighters, same thing. They haven't released a new album now in a bit, and I guess they're taking a break. But the Rolling Stones right now, which are double the age of these guys, they're releasing new albums. I mean, not double the age because those guys are in their 50s, but damn near close to it. They're releasing a new album every couple of years, it seems, right now. They're making the most of it in their golden years, which a lot of bands just don't. I mean, Wasted, you're a big Oasis guy, right?
Yeah.
So, where's the new Oasis album?
Yeah, it's the 90s bands seem to be like they're a bit worried about blowing their like credibility. They were this huge band, and then they're not sure whether it's worth putting out a new album. Whereas the Stones are past that point. The Stones slowed down a bit. There was like 4 or 5 years between Voodoo Lounge and Bridges to Babylon and Bigger Bang. But yeah, recently they seem to be like, let's go. Let's get as much done as we possibly can. They seem to be enjoying it as well. Like the videos I saw of them doing an interview together, they're all just like, Dad's Army, cracking jokes and laughing, like that down at the old people's home.
I would argue that the Rolling Stones are the poster child, let me rephrase that, for not being a nostalgia act. Like, they're actually a band that's still a band. They're not just trying to rest on their laurels and just go, here's our old stuff, come on, let's, you guys pay us a lot of money. They're like, we're still creating. We still want you to hear new music from us. They haven't given up.
They do basically every song you hear though does sound like a remake of an older song that they did, but they just keep churning it out, and it's just rock and roll. They're a rock and roll band, aren't they? They just write songs and then do them,
and that's amazing. But I argue that fact of you, Wasted, because I remember the old story back in the day that Creedence Clearwater Revival were bitching about John Fogerty in the 80s, and his music came out. That was like, hey, that sounds too much like Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's like, well, what the fuck did you expect it to sound like?
Yeah. The fans like
the Rolling Stones. Yeah, the Rolling Stones sound like the Rolling Stones. Well, that's a good thing, especially in today's day and age, because guess what? Not a lot of bands sound like the Rolling Stones. Not a lot of bands have much blues. Not that many bands have that much true rock and roll in them. And the fact that they're 80 years old and they're out there, except that youngster, that Ronnie Wood, who's 78, that whippersnapper, the fact that they're still out there and they're still playing and they're still creating music's amazing. So I don't really have anything else to add. Liarz Wasted to you?
Yeah, just one thing. AC/DC's last album, Power Up, that was released posthumously for Malcolm Young, and it was featured songs by Malcolm Young. And I'm pretty sure he played on the album too. And so if this Stones album is with Charlie Watts is anything like the stuff that the AC/DC put out on Power Up, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a big Stones fan. I was actually listening to Go.
Liarz,
yeah.
Just to touch on that, I said the Rolling Stones are the poster children for not being a nostalgia act. You could argue that AC/DC is also another band that's just not a nostalgia act. They're not like Kiss. AC/DC always goes out there. They try to create new music, and they're great to their fans. So tip of the cap over to the AC/DC and the Rolling Stones. Wasted, anything you want to add?
No, I'm looking forward to the album. There isn't that many albums coming out that are actually interesting me.
Yeah, right? All right, Liarz, you know what time it is. Take us out, buddy.
Sweet. Thanks for listening, everybody. Look for us on YouTube. That's our main channel. Hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We will get back to you. We're slowly getting through all the comments right now. Thank you, each and every one of you, for leaving a comment. It's what me and Wasted really enjoy getting back to you guys. And if you're not listening to us on YouTube, look for us on Rumble and Spotify, and from Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Rolling Stones' new album. Toxic pollution.